We have seen many wars throughout the history of this world. Right from ancient times they are fought for various reasons, but when you look closely, a majority of them have been fought for natural resources, and natural resources is one of the most important factors. It is well known that the war between Israel and Hamas, which started in May 2021, was triggered by the raid of Israeli police on the 𝗥𝗲𝗄 mosque in Jerusalem, but the real reason for hostilities between Israel and Hamas could lie in the energy, namely natural gas. Not many people know about this discovery. In the year 1999, natural gas was discovered 22 miles of the Gaza Strip, which had huge potential to turn Palestine into a gas-exporting country and cash in billions of dollars. Studies confirm that the new source of natural gas in the Levant Basin is in the range of 120 trillion cubic feet, and the recoverable oil is about 17 billion barrels. Looking at this huge financial and economic potential, Egypt and Israel, the two biggest players in the region, are interested in having control over the region's energy. In the year 2020, Israel started exporting gas to Egypt through an existing pipeline network under the agreement, which stated Israel would export 85 billion cubic meters to Cairo over the next 15 years. In the latest agreement between the two countries, where both the countries planned a second pipeline that would connect Israel and Egypt to boost the gas exports between the two nations. Apart from Egypt, Israel also exports natural gas to neighboring Jordan. In other words, the Israeli-Egyptian agreement aims to increase gas exports to Europe from the gas liquefaction facilities in Egypt, and therefore meet the increasing European demand for natural gas. So far, the Palestinian people have been prohibited from exploiting the oil and natural gas reserves in their own land and water to meet their energy need and generate fiscal and export revenues. In February 2020, Israel sent out a green signal to the Palestine that it was interested in developing the Gaza marine gas field. However, all these years Israel has prevented Palestine from exploring the Gaza marine gas fields. The Gaza marine gas field reserves are estimated at 32 billion cubic meters. The cost of developing the Gaza marine field is estimated at 1.2 billion. Despite many attempts to strike a deal to open the Gaza marine gas field, it is still unexploited because of several factors. The main reason being its small area. Also, reputed gas companies dropped their idea to develop the gas field, stating it is uneconomical. According to the economics professor of the Arab American University Nasser Abdel Karim, Israel will not allow the Palestinians to benefit from the gas field for economic and political reasons. Israel might allow this in one case if this plan is part of a bigger project to develop Gaza's economy so that it splits from the West Bank. However, Israel seems to possess its own energy plan for Gaza. There's reportedly a long-term project to increase Israeli gas pipelines to the Gaza Strip. The pipeline would transfer 1 billion cubic meters of gas to Gaza per annum, thus allowing the operation of an influence generation station with a capacity of 400 megawatts, meeting the electricity needs of the Gaza Strip. The European Union already committed an initial €5 million to fund the Gaza portion of the pipeline, which can run about 4 kilometers and price around €20 million under the arrangement, which has yet to be finalized. The Israeli side of the planned pipeline, some 45 kilometers and cost around €70 million, would be funded by Qatar. It's believed that the pipeline project would, for the primary time in years, provide a gentle energy source to the Gaza Strip, although there are fears that the pipeline would make Gaza even more hooked into Israel. Moreover, it remains highly uncertain if Israel is willing to require part in any of the two projects. Tel Aviv will unlikely allow the equipment needed for developing Gaza Marine into the Gaza Strip or into the Palestinian waters within the eastern Mediterranean unless it's directly involved in a big gas field of the coast of Gaza. As far as the new pipeline to Gaza is concerned, if it ever gets built, it is expected to be fully controlled by Tel Aviv, and the Israeli leadership will be able to turn off the gas tap at any time. Anything that includes agricultural products and natural resources are highly prone to civil violence. Palestine is no exception. The gas fields do not conform to national borders, which is why regional powers are in a rush to establish control over the energy-rich territories. Given that Palestinians lost significant portions of their territories over the past 70 years, it is very unlikely that the Jewish state will allow them to control any remaining natural resources. Instead, in the foreseeable future, the Israelis are expected to make lucrative deals with Egypt on how to redistribute and exploit the Palestinian wealth.